Yes, that is where I would rather be. Now, especially last week. Hello, boys and girls, rabbits and squirrels. Welcome back to NC, Texas. This is part two of a video I made about the Great Texas Freeze Out of 2021. Let's discuss this for a minute and find out what exactly happened. Well, we escaped harm pretty much. We had rolling blackouts, which is what they said everybody would have. As it turned out, they weren't really rolling for a lot of people. They went 3 days without electricity. And you would think in Texas, we produce more energy than not just any state in this country, but any country on this continent. I read somewhere today that actually Texas produces more energy than anywhere in the world. I'm not sure that's true. Maybe it is. I don't know. But I know it's for the continent. So for us to not have electricity, for us to have something this catastrophic happen, it's like living in a grocery store and starving to death. It makes no sense. So you have to look at why it happened. Well, have you ever heard of ERCOT? ERCOT? ERCOT was established in 1970. They're not really, back then we had so many coal-fired power plants and everything, there was never really any problem. But if you think about it, ERCOT stands for Electric Reliability Council of Texas. And reliability. That's really in the description here. I'm not sure it applies because this has happened before. It happened in 1989. We had, I think it was like 3 million people without electricity, pipes bursting because the wastewater treatment plants weren't winterized, and that's part of it. Okay, so they failed in 1989. 2011 happened again. Even though in 1989 there was much hand-wringing, gnashing of teeth, people stepping out on the podium, this can never happen again. We're going to do something. We're going to fix this. Just vote for me and I'll fix this. And somehow or another they got distracted. They got the money, but they didn't spend it on that. No, they didn't fix it. So 2011 comes around, and we had the Super Bowl in Arlington, Cowboy Stadium. Guess what? Happened again. Happened again for all the world to see. It's embarrassing. Why in Texas? I love my state, but we got to fix this. It does get cold here sometimes. It's really cold, and it did again. We were talking about, sub-zero temperatures. You can prepare for that. Other states do it, and they don't have near the energy we have. Hell, we sell energy to other states. California, we have our own grid, and we share sometimes. But no, this never should have happened. So what exactly did happen? Well, you got the wind turbines that froze up, and they account for about 20% of our electricity. They didn't used to, but as years go by, they've just increased it more and more and more. They closed down a bunch of coal-powered power plants. We've got all this natural gas. They didn't winterize any of those stations. Put up walls, wind walls. There's all kinds of things they needed to do and should have done. Motorcycle just went by. Loud one. Anyway, so no, they have one job. ERCOT has one job, and they continually fail at it. And when you would think these people are getting paid this much, I did find out in my research that on February the 9th, ERCOT called what they call an urgent meeting. And they knew this was coming. And the meeting lasted, I believe, 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 28 minutes. They spent 40 seconds talking about this. 40 seconds. And they didn't say what they were going to do. They made a plan. They said, hey man, this is coming, look out. That was it. Now, I don't really care about the turbines, but we're relying on them way too much. There should have been a way where we could have switched over away from them, knowing they're going to freeze up, okay? They're not biodegradable, and they don't last that long, so they end up in a dang landfill, piling up forever. I guess I don't know. They don't disintegrate. So not really environmentally friendly. And plus, I hate driving through Texas, like the rolling hills down in Southwest Texas, and just seeing miles and miles of these stupid windmills. They look like hell. But having said all that, we should have more nuclear. We do have 2 nuclear plants, but that's clean energy. Natural gas, clean energy. But the bottom line is you have to winterize them. You have to winterize the waste sanitation plants. You know, you got to be ready for this stuff. This is going to happen. It doesn't happen every year, but it does happen. It looks like about every 10 years. So, like I said, we escaped it pretty much in great shape. And I feel so blessed. Thank God. But, you know, we filled jugs of water. We filled saucepans full of water, pitchers full of water, just so we would have plenty. And as it turned out, we didn't really need it until after it was over with, and we found out we're supposed to be boiling our drinking water. That's over with. Here it is, September the 20th, Saturday, September the 20th, and everything's back to normal. I think it's about 55 degrees outside. Ice pretty much going away except in the shaded areas. But there's still lingering issues as far as water pipes bursting. My daughter lives out on Lake Granbury, and their addition, something happened. There are people that own vacation homes there near her that they're having to notify them, hey man, your house is flooded, pipes burst. Everybody I know, except my sister, and her roommate, who have an apartment, they went unscathed. But everybody else I know, and I know a lot of people, either had electricity problems, completely shut down for days, or rolling outages, or water problems, or both. Everybody was affected by this. Now, having said all this negative stuff, we Texans pull together, okay? And we help our neighbors. We're not going to let somebody, if we see a need, we're going to take care of it. I can't tell you how many things I saw on Facebook from friends that live locally or at least nearby, volunteering to get in their four-wheel drive, pull people out of ditches, just basically throwing it out there saying, look, does anybody need any food or water, or is there anything I can do for you? Is there anything you need some firewood? Here in my neighborhood, there's some young guys, 5 or 6 of them, that went and got their chainsaws. They went out in the woods. I kind of live out in the country. Went out in the woods, started cutting up trees, giving away free firewood. They had a pickup. They had like 3 pickup loads of firewood. They had a pallet stacked up with water, just free water. You need some water, here you go, man. Take what you need. That's what we do. I said earlier I was embarrassed. I am embarrassed about this power situation, but I'm proud of the people. Texans step up. We take care of each other. That's a good thing. Hey, subscribe, share this with your friends if you'd like to. Comment below. What's the lowest temperature you've ever seen? Back in, I saw it was 7 in like 1982 or something like that. What's the lowest temperature you've ever seen? We had below 0, like 2 below, I think, the other night. That's by far the coldest I've ever had. I've gotten cold out hunting and fishing, but nothing like that. Come back and see me. Next time, maybe we'll go to a barbecue joint and I'll do a review, or maybe travel somewhere, something more fun than what I'm doing right now. So, until next time.